Today we're going to start in Sukhasana, comfortable seated pose. You could have your legs crossed, stack your shins in front like me, or sit any other way that feels good. Just find a place to roll your shoulders back, stacking over your hips. Relax your hands wherever feels most natural. Begin to close your eyes. And just take a moment to arrive on your mat. Take some time to check in with your body. Check in with how it feels to sit on your mat today. And also check in with how it feels to breathe. Starting to draw more attention to each inhale and each exhale. Tune into where the breath is traveling in your body. And start to set an intention to inhale all the way down into your belly, just letting the belly expand naturally with the breath. And as you exhale, just letting that belly naturally collapse as you let the breath go. Let's continue to focus here on breathing for a few more rounds. Gently letting go of your day, letting go of anything else outside of this practice. Just coming into the present moment. Draw your hands back to heart. Take a deep breath, reaching your arms overhead. Join your palms. Exhale down to your heart. Blink your eyes open. Take 2 more breaths. Inhaling overhead, exhaling to the heart. Switch the crossing your legs. Keep your hands behind you. You can stay into flat palms. Keep everything grounded. Just press your heart up to the sky. Look up, breathe deeply across your chest. Come back into neutral seat. Take an inhale, reach your left arm overhead and come into side body stretch. You could walk your hand out farther. Just keep both sitting bones grounded. You could also bend your elbow for more or look up. Keep rotating your ribs towards the sky. Inhale both arms up as you go to the other side, dropping in on your exhale and reaching out wherever you need to go. Release. Inhale both arms up. Exhale, reach forward, folding over your legs with a flat back. As your hands come to the ground, begin to walk out with the fingertips. Draw your shoulders back towards your hips. Think about your neck being one long extension of your spine as you breathe. Release, taking your hands behind for reverse table. Bend your knees hip distance. Draw your belly down to your spine. Lift your hips, lift your heart, and press up. Feel your knees and shins pressing forward. Feel your shoulders lifting you strong. Pull out of your whole torso. Slowly lower down. Extend your left leg out, bend your right knee in. We'll take a twist, wrapping left arm around your knee as right arm reaches behind. Continue sitting tall with each inhale, sinking into your twist with each exhale. Release to center, extend both legs long, flex your toes, inhale up, and exhale towards your toes with a flat back. Just letting the hands fall wherever they want to. Make sure that your shoulder blades are drawing down your spine. You can always walk out to your fingertips. Coming all the way back up, walk your hands behind, setting up again for reverse table. Draw your navel down, lift your hips, lift your heart, and feel the lift coming out of the whole front side of your body. Head can drop back slightly, but keep some engagement in the neck. Breathe deeply across your chest. Lower down, extend your right leg out, bend your left knee, wrap your right hand around for your twist. Keep reaching behind with your left hand. As you release, one more forward fold, inhale up, exhale towards your toes with a flat back. We call this Paschimottanasana. Really pull the toes back towards your knees, get the stretch behind your legs. One more deep breath in and out. As you release, you'll cross your legs, come over into hands and knees pose, or what we call tabletop. Set up your knees under hips, your wrists under shoulders, spread your fingers wide. Take a flat back and just start rocking forward and back into your wrists. As you move forward, your fingers might curl, and that's okay. You want to press into the pads of your fingertips, and also the first knuckles of each finger. Take one more round, and then turn your fingertips out to the side. Keep the insides of your elbows facing one another and rock side to side with a flat back. Keep pressing palms into the ground. Move with your breath. One more round, side to side. And then turn your hands around, maybe just to the corners behind you, or all the way if you can, and again rock forward and back. As you pull back, try to keep the bottoms of your palms grounded. Doesn't matter whether you can only turn to the corners or you can turn all the way around towards your knees. You're still opening up your wrists and your forearms. As you hold, pulling back, really get more into a cat back stretch. So we'll take one more, really holding. And then release and have a seat on the knees with flat feet into Virasana or Hero's Pose. Now if it's not comfortable for you to sit on your knees, you can also sit another way, but we are trying to open up here. We'll start by rolling our shoulders down and back. And then just beginning to find stillness as you breathe down your thighs. Feel like each inhale is lengthening the thighs all the way down to your knee. With each exhale, just sink into some peace in this pose. You can stay here, or if you have the flexibility, you can start to walk your heels out and drop your hips down in between. Just finding a place where the thighs can stay squeezing together as you internally rotate your hips. And also a place where there's no discomfort in the knees. A place where you can breathe easily. If you find yourself hunching your shoulders forward, you can bring your hands up to your heart. Or just reach arms overhead and take a little reset. We'll move into our first downward facing dog whenever you're ready. We'll take some time here so you can work on bending the knees or straightening one leg at a time, pedaling out your feet. Maybe both heels start to press and you move in a different way, but just find a place that feels good for you for now, a place where you can relax your head and breathe deeply. Find some stillness. Take one more deep breath in and out. Lower back down to your tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, inhale for cow pose as you draw your chest forward. And then exhale, cat back stretch. And we're just going to move between these two poses with breaths. When you move into your cat back, just relax your head down, press up with the heart. On your inhale, let your belly drop with air, pull your shoulders back. Take one more round. And tuck your toes, lift your hips back into your down dog. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang out in a forward fold, Uttanasana. Anything that you need here, again, you can bend or straighten your legs. You can move around, find a place where you start to open up. And then find some stillness for a few more breaths. Slowly draw the belly in, roll up to standing, and keep rolling your shoulders back to open up in your mountain pose. Ground down, inhale arms overhead, join your palms and exhale the heart. We'll do that 2 more times. And then keep the palms together at your heart. Take your elbows wide as you press the palms strongly to one another, really firing up your core. Take one more breath here. Release your hands down, palms forward, actively pulling your fingertips down towards the ground. We'll close our eyes in mountain pose and breathe here. And as you hold your Tadasana, bring more awareness down into your feet. Notice if you tend to shift to one side or the other, or more into your toes or your heels. Can you start to find center? And can you start to really build your mountain pose by drawing up through the insides of your legs, squeezing your thighs and lifting your knees? Keeping that core nice and tight as if the palms were still squeezing together at your heart, while also relaxing your shoulders down your spine. Let's inhale up and exhale through the heart. We'll just do that a few times, blinking the eyes open. And then move through your heart, fold all the way back down, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Take an inhale, half lift, looking out from your shins with a flat back. Step back into a plank pose and hold your plank strong. You want to make sure fingers are wide, wrists are under shoulders, and your hips should be lower than your shoulder blades. Even though hips are lower, we're still pressing and rounding from the center of our heart, more like a cat back stretch, and then pressing out of the heels to get lower. When you're ready, release to your downward facing dog. Walk up to your hands and roll back up into standing mountain pose. Ground down into your feet. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale through your heart, fold back down. Inhale, half lift, flat back from the shins. Exhale, step back, setting up for plank pose. Find everything first, and then start to rock over your toes, forward and back, keeping that engagement in your core. Inhale back, exhale forward. Let's do a few more. And then lower your knees, bend your elbows for chaturanga. Flatten out into upward facing dog, pressing the ground away, rolling shoulders back. Take a deep breath, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, relaxing your head. Then walk up to your hands, release into your fold, slow roll up to standing, drawing your belly in. Ground down, reaching overhead, inhale. Exhale, reach forward as you fold in. Inhale, you can always look out from fingertips or shins, and then step back into plank pose. We'll take one inhale and one exhale, moving forward into chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Lift your right leg up for three-legged dog. Flexing your toes, pointing everything to the ground. So you're lifting more out of your heel and squaring your hips, keeping everything equal. Lower down, switching sides, lifting out of the left heel, toes point down, hips are square, relax your head. Release back down. Now you can walk up to your hands, or you can start to bend your knees and try to jump up to your hands. Wherever you're at, when you land, inhale, look out. Exhale, fold deeper and slowly roll up to standing. Find your mountain pose. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, reach forward, long spine as you fold in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stay here, clasping elbows in your fold. Use this hang to really let go over your toes. Keep drawing your belly in for support. You can just hang out in stillness, or you could sway side to side. Just let it feel good for your spine. Begin to find stillness. Release your hands, take a half lift, and step out to plank pose. Move through chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. We call this vinyasa, this flowing movement. Walk or jump up to your hands, fold and release, find your standing mountain pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, reach, half lift, plank pose. Maybe you jump out instead of step. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, step or walk up to your hands, fold and release, making your way up to standing. One more overhead. lift, plank, vinyasa, upward dog, down dog. And just take a few breaths, lifting up left leg for three-legged dog first this time. And then one breath moving into the right side. Release both feet down, drop your knees wide, lower your hips towards your heels for a child's pose. You could stack your fists, bring your forehead down to flat hands, or maybe walk the hands out a little farther. Or if it feels good, you could reach your hands all the way to the top of the mat, but find a place where the upper body can relax and sink in. We'll stay here, breathing deeply, clearing the mind, letting go, just coming back into your body, checking back in with how you feel. Ready, come forward, come up into downward facing dog. Relax your head, draw your belly in, sink the hips up and back. Then walk up to your hands, release, and roll all the way up to standing. Find mountain pose. Interlace your hands in front of you and reach up and overhead. We'll hold here and breathe deeply. Keep distance between your chin and chest. Start to side bend towards your left. And then side bend towards your right. Inhale up to center. Exhale, release to a fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into hands and knees, tabletop. We'll stay here for a few rounds of cat and cow, moving with your breath, moving through your spine. Take one more round. Return to neutral spine. Start to swing your left hip to the left. Look over your left shoulder towards that hip. And then right hip to the right. Look over your right shoulder towards your right hip. And again, just move side to side a few times with your breath. Come back into center and just begin to move in any way that feels good. So take some time to explore your body and just listen to what you need right now. There's no right or wrong here. Sometimes it's nice just to let go and move in a way that feels good. Few more breaths to even out, and then move into your downward facing dog. Make your way up to your hands and then up into mountain pose. Once you arrive, inhale, reach arms overhead, interlace all fingers except your pointer finger and thumb. We call this Kali Mudra. We'll take an inhale and then side bend to the right, reaching out through the fingertips. Shift over into your right leg, press the ground away. See if you can get deeper by shifting your hips away from your hands. You can look up or just work on spinning the ribs. Take an inhale when you're ready and release to the other side. Shift over, press away. Inhale back to center, release your hands and swan dive or take a wide fold reaching out. Inhale to a half lift, move through your vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, lower back down to hands and knees. We'll start to find balance here. Extend your left leg out and your right hand reaching away from one another. Really press the ground away, hug into center. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, release back down and move to a downward facing dog to reset. Lower back down into hands and knees. Extend your right leg long, left hand, hold balance. One more breath in. Exhale, release back down and move into your downward facing dog. Move up to your hands and up into mountain pose. Ground down, inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, folding back in. Half lift, move back into hands and knees. We'll take our balance again, this time right leg out first, left hand. And we'll do some core work, inhaling. Exhale, draw knee to elbow round like a cat back and keep going. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you wrap in. We'll do one more. Hold that tuck in for a breath. And then release back down, move into downward facing dog. Reset, relax your head, deep breath in and out. Lower down for your other side, extending left foot, right hand, find your balance. Take a deep breath in, exhale, round knee to elbow. 4 more times. On your 5th one, hold it in for a deep breath. Release back down, find your downward facing dog. Make your way up to your hands and into mountain pose Tadasana. We'll move through our entire sun salutation. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, then vinyasa, stepping or jumping back to plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Right away, move up to the hands, release and roll up to standing. When you arrive, we'll do it again. Inhale overhead, folding as you choose. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, plank pose into chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, making your way up to your hands, step or jump, release, draw the belly in, roll up to standing. One more time, inhale overhead, exhale Uttanasana, inhale Ardha Uttanasana, exhale plank to chaturanga, inhale up dog, exhale down dog. Just breathe here, take a moment. When you're ready, release all the way down back into your child's pose. come back into your breath. Come back into your body. And gently let go of everything else. When you're ready, move back into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up and step it through between your hands for a low lunge. Make sure your front knee is over ankle, then flatten out your toes. Move your hips down and forward as you pull your front heel back to the wall behind you. You can either stay in fingertips or go down to flat palms. Just relax your head. Take one more breath here. Then tuck your toes and move into a runner's lunge, really pressing out of your back heel as you squeeze your right knee and thigh. Drive your palms into the ground to get more of a rounding in your upper back like a cat back. Really engage your core here. Step back to your downward facing dog, shift forward into a plank, move through chaturanga, up dog, and down dog, your vinyasa flow. Then reach right leg up to three-legged dog, step through between your hands, lower down into Anjaneyasana, low lunge, front knee over ankle, front heel pulling back as you shift into your hips. Take one more deep breath. Tuck your toes, lift up into runner's lunge. Really press the ground away, engage your core. Take one more deep breath. Step back into your down dog, move through your vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Once you arrive, take a deep breath in, walk up to your hands, release to your fold, and slowly roll up to standing. Find mountain pose, inhale overhead. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, plank, chaturanga, move through vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Step it to the outsides of your hands for lizard lunge. Flatten out your toes, shift your hips down and forward, and hug your left knee in towards your left arm. You can stay up higher. If you have the flexibility, you can lower down to your forearms. Just keep both elbows pressing down into the ground. Take one more breath, then press back up if you're already not there. Walk your right hand out, bring your left hand up to your thigh, rotate your right hip under into a twist. Begin to open up your left foot, flex the left big toe to the corner behind you. And we'll keep the hip open as we rotate to the opposite twist. So you'll rotate your shoulder down and away, look away from the open hip. Maybe even looking around your right shoulder to the foot behind you. Release back into center, step your foot behind, make your way into downward facing dog, then move through your vinyasa. Inhale your right leg up and through, outside of your hands for lizard lunge. Flatten your toes, shift forward, hug your right knee in towards your right arm. Either stay here up tall or start to walk down to your forearms, sinking into your hips. breath. On your exhale, press up, walk your left hand out, right hand comes up to the thighs, you twist under and open up your foot. Keep your foot open as you rotate the opposite way, just spinning your shoulder around, looking away from your open hip. Release back to center, hands come down, take your foot behind, find your down dog. Make your way up to your hands, roll up to standing. Inhale overhead, exhale fold, move through your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. We're going to walk hands back to the feet, fold and roll up to standing, and then move into a squat pose. So feet will go wider than the hips, toes and knees face the corners. You can come down to a supported half squat, or maybe start to drop a little lower into your elbows. Or maybe the hips go all the way down in between the legs, hands come down for support. Or you can take full malasana or squat pose with hands at heart. It doesn't matter where you are, you just want to focus on breathing, feeling that energy drop all the way down through the root of your spine. And continue to relax your shoulders as you breathe. Bring your hands down and lift your hips as you come up to standing. Find mountain pose, inhale overhead, exhale fold. Take a half lift and just walk out to your plank. Move through your flow, chaturanga, up dog and down dog. Inhale your left leg up, step it through your hands. This time drop your back heel in and windmill up to warrior two. So front knee is tracking forward and the heel lines up with the center of your back arch, back toes face out. Shoulders are stacked over the hips as you reach through your fingertips. We're going to move with our breath here. Start to ground into your feet. Take a deep breath. Inhale, arms overhead, straighten the legs. Then exhale, move through your heart and extend back out to warrior two. Just do that 2 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale through. Flip your back palm up. Windmill your arms around. Lift your heel. Move into runner's lunge. Step back to down dog. Move through your vinyasa. Moving to the other side, right leg up and through, drop your back heel in, windmill up for warrior two pose. Line up your front heel with the center of your back arch, bend your knees, reach out through your fingertips. As you breathe here, really try to soften your shoulders down. It feels like your back's against a wall and you're reaching out through the middle fingers. Prepare to move through with the breath. Start to ground down through your feet. Find your foundation. Inhale up. Exhale, reach through 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale through. Last one. And flip your back palm. Windmill around into runner's lunge. Step back into your down dog. Make your way up to your hands, fold in and release. Slowly roll up to standing. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, fold back through. Take a half lift and step back out or jump out to plank pose. Move through your flow, meeting in down dog. Start to meet in the middle, walking feet and hands together, and just release into a fold. We'll take some time here wrapping hands around the legs. You could bind elbow to elbow, wrist to wrist. But find a place where you can shift more into the front of your feet than the backs, really breathing down the back of your legs. Use the bind of the legs to go deeper, always drawing the belly in to support your spine. Slowly release and roll up to standing. We're going to work on balance and tree pose. Just find mountain pose. Inhale, reach arms up and overhead. Exhale at the heart and relax shoulders. Ground your left foot, reach your right knee out to the side as you lift the heel. You could stack your foot to your calf, you could stack it above the knee, or you could just keep it down on the ground, but make sure not to press your foot on your knee. Wherever your tree pose is today, just breathe, continuing to relax your shoulders, hug into your core for balance. If you feel like challenging yourself, you can reach the arms up and overhead. We'll take one more deep breath here, in and out. And then gently release back down. Just shift out the hips, then ground down your right leg. Lift your left knee out to the side, left heel lifts. And then heel stacks to the ankle, foot stacks to calf, or above the knee to the thigh. Just continuing to relax your hands at heart. Or if you're feeling challenged, you can also reach your hands up to the sky. If you fall out, just recover, no big deal. Take one more deep breath in, exhale down, shift out your hips. Let's ground down into mountain pose. Take a few deep breaths overhead, exhaling down to heart. Moving into another squat pose, toes and knees out to the corners. Start to drop your hips down, either to supported or full malasana. Wherever you're at, just breathing, relaxing your heart, relaxing the tailbone down. Let's let this be a final letting go before our cool down. And then when you're ready, transfer to seated. We'll meet with soles of the feet together, drawing heels in close, and then rounding from the upper back as you move deeper. Pull your elbows wide as you fold into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Slowly release, slide the feet a little bit farther out, sit tall, and inhale, send your chin up. Exhale, chin down to chest. Again, inhale, looking up. Exhale, looking down, and we'll do that one more time. Just letting the chin fall at the chest when you're done, and you'll keep sitting tall, but just breathe down the back of your neck. One more deep breath. Gently release and move into hip circles. Inhale towards your left knee. Exhale around your right knee. And it doesn't matter how big or little these circles are, just move around and let it feel good for your body. When you're ready, switch directions. Again, moving with the breath. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you round back. Let's do one more circle. As you release, you'll roll all the way down to your spine. We'll meet hugging knees into the chest. And then start to extend your right arm out, palm down. Twist your knees over to the left and look towards your right hand. Breathe deeply all the way down to your belly in your spinal twist. More breaths, really sinking into your exhales. And gently move to the other side. Left arm comes out, palm down, knees to the right. Ground down your shoulders and look all the way over to your hand, moving the twist completely through your spine, through your neck. Deep breaths, sinking down. Release back into center. Send your feet up to the sky and just flex and point your ankles. And roll your ankles around in circles, making sure to go both ways. Draw your knees back into chest. Roll your knees around in circles, releasing any tension in your low spine. Again, making sure to go both ways. And once you feel balanced, give yourself a little squeeze and release all the way out to final resting pose, Shavasana. And before we settle in all the way, let's do some tension release. So begin to squeeze your hands, your toes, your feet, legs, squeeze your eyes, and then release. Let's do it again. Squeeze the hands, feet, toes, legs, squeeze your core, your eyes, anything you can hold on to, and release. Let's do it one more time. Begin to squeeze your toes, your feet, your legs. Squeeze your core, your arms, your hands. Squeeze everything in your body. Squeeze all of the tension and stress away. Let it go. Sink in. Let's begin to let go into this final pose of relaxation. Start to let go of any need to control. Start to just come into your breath. Feel the natural rise and fall of your body as you breathe. Let each breath come like the rhythm of an ocean. Waves rolling in and out. Breath moving in and out. Allow the breath to just flow and start to soften your body more. Really tune into the heaviness of the backside of your body, the back of your head, your neck, all the way down your spine through your tailbone. Feel heaviness through the backside of your arms, your legs. And then let this feeling carry over to the front side of your body. Feel all of your muscles sinking down more. Feel your eyes roll back more. Relax your jaw, your tongue. Release any tension in your temples or behind your ears. Soften down your neck and shoulders, down through your arms, your hands, your fingers. Soften down around your heart space. Let your entire upper body relax. Soften down through every rib. Let go of the spaces between your vertebrae. Relax your low back, relax your belly, relax your hips. Soften your pelvic floor. Just let the body be soft so it can receive the breath fully. And relax your legs, your feet, your toes, just letting everything go now. As the body begins to soften, so does the mind. Gently let your mind begin to soften and let go of any thoughts that are running around. Exhaling away any thoughts that aren't relevant to relaxing now. Surrender to this stillness and allow yourself to sink into the non-doing. Sink into a space of letting go for these few more moments. Sink into this space so your body can renew. Gently begin to come back now. Start to become more aware of your breath and your body. Begin to move your fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead. Take a deeper stretch. Inhale and exhale, draw knees to chest. Roll over to the side of your choice. Press up into comfortable seat or Sukhasana. We'll meet with eyes closed and hands at heart. Let's take a moment to reflect on all of the shifts that you've made in your practice today. Taking a deep breath in, lift your heart to your head, bow your head to your heart, show gratitude for all that you can do. Inhale overhead, open mouth, exhale down. Let's do it again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.